am I doing? I needed to go the other way with it.
You do both, right? You're looking for center?
No. So, I was just being dumb.
I'll edit all of this out, I promise.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see. What went on this weekend? A bunch of bull poop. Since YouTube won't let me cuss anymore.
Did you get a claim or something?
No. I just want to avoid it, I guess. So we had kind of a crappy weekend so far. The weather really screwed us. We ended up not being able to come up here Friday like we normally do. We came up Saturday afternoon once the roads were clear because it snowed really bad on Friday. We got around a foot where we were at and it was really icy up here. So we had to bail on coming up Friday and coming up with the truck at all. So that's why there's no truck stuff going on this weekend, unfortunately. We're gonna try to do it next weekend. But we had to go to Bora's to finish up the engine stuff from the last video. And right when we were about to put on the heads, we realized we should have kept the headsets that we got because they were the wrong ones. So literally a one number mistake. It was like a 416 instead of a 417 or something like that. So yeah, we got to get another set of studs before we can finish that up. So we went ahead and brought the motor here. We're going to finish the motor up here. All the stuff that we wanted Bora to help us out with, he did. Drew did an awesome job at getting those broken studs out of the head. And Bora got all the valve train in there and we got everything else assembled. We actually put in a cam this time. It's still a stock cam, but it's stock Z06 cam. So curious to see. That's gonna be the only difference with this motor versus the truck's motor, Liam's motor. So be curious to see how much a cam actually does. Especially it still being a factory cam.
Probably I'll put a decent amount on top of
I imagine it'll be a lot. I mean, the other motor had pretty good top end and power didn't fall off at all, but we could only get at most at this altitude 17 pounds out of it. So I'd be interested to see how much we can get out of it now. Yeah. If we can like make as much boost as we make at sea level, like that thing's gonna be really nasty up here. So we'll see how that goes. Today, I mean, it's Sunday. We ended up bringing the motor up here last night and then we went out to dinner for Hayden's birthday. It's his birthday, by the way. Or I guess at this point it'll be like 6 days ago, 5 days ago or something. So happy late birthday.
Thank you.
We're just gonna try to finish up that cross member. He welded in those nuts. I'll show you that here in a second.
Yep.
So we're able to bolt up the cross member.
Yeah.
I guess we can show from the inside right now.
I guess if you tell them to, because it's my birthday, we're probably only gonna be here till like 4 today.
Yeah. I think I kind of want to be here till 4, like
Anyways.
any day. Yeah, because we keep getting home at like 10 o'clock.
We used to have like a 3-hour drive back, right?
Yeah, and then like if we have to drop anything off, like if we would have had the truck up here, I would have wanted to leave at like 2:30 or 3. So.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so that cross member's in there, and now we got to make a plate for the mount.
Yep.
To actually go to the tail shaft of the transmission. It's actually a smaller gap than we thought it was going to be, so that's a good thing. We don't have to do that big of a filler or a riser or anything.
Should be pretty easy. We'll just put that plate up and then put a plate like this and then put just like a gusset or something there.
Yeah, should be.
We can tack all that up and then take it out and we can gusset it with it out.
Yeah, which will be a lot easier. And then we know how much.
I can weld it all out of the car.
Yeah, we can go diagonal with the supports too to use more of the cross member.
Throw something away in the trash can.
I'll grab them.
Hey.
I'm not even gonna tell you to not bark because I know you're just not gonna listen to me. I'm just gonna close the door on you. Okay, so the other thing that we're gonna do, since we have to go up and down with the car so much, it's been a pain in the random shocks that are on there, or the struts that are on there, they keep binding up because they're bent and so we actually got our new suspension, our front suspension in. So we'll show you that real quick and we'll get those in there so that we can go up and down with it with it being a pain.
Loud noises.
Loud noises. yeah, so we'll do that right now. I'll unbox that, see what we got from Strange. Everything was from Strange. I didn't even know that they had Honda stuff, so it was actually really convenient that they had bolt-in stuff for us. Double adjustable, real nice. So we'll take a look at that right now. Alright, this other box. God dang, these things are small. Unless they only sent me one by accident. I know, they're so tiny. All right. Fancy. I got the compression adjustment. Oh, that's weird. They gave me two different knobs. I got the cheapo knob on one side. I got the fancy knob on the other side.
What?
Bastards. Yeah, look, this one's like a nice metal one.
Oh.
And then that one's a
I bet they do
crappy
that to,
plastic
like,
one.
distinguish what side's what.
Well, it says comp on it. They could have just wrote the, you
Yeah,
know.
what the heck?
I don't know.
That's weird. I wonder why they did that.
Yeah. Anyway, really nice because it'll just bolt right in. It's got that little line down there for the bolt that holds it into the fork. Bolt's already meant to go up into the upper shock tower mount. So yeah, pretty cool. We'll put those in here in a second so we can go up and down easily. What's going on over here? And put it back on the tranny and then
Yeah.
take some measurements.
Put it back on the tranny, take some measurements, maybe cut the plate out, and then. Ow.
Yeah, we made those edges nice and dangerous.
We did. What are we gonna build here that's like not in our way to take these bolts out, unless we're just always gonna have to take these out. Oh no, I am bleeding.
Ah, see.
Nice. But I guess worst case scenario, like just this mount will come off easy. This one will come off easy. Like when you go to take it out, you just take these two bolts off
Yeah,
up top.
take it
and
out.
these ones will be like more of a pain with a wrench.
All right, so we got the motor mocked up. He's welding in a plate right now for the actual tranny mount. Just tacking it in place. We're gonna take it out afterward and then weld it up completely.
And then now we can slide it out. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, watch out, Lucy. Should have laid down.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so we got the cross member out now after tacking it in place.
Yep.
He's gonna weld it all the way up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that mount off though. That doesn't burn.
Oh yeah, because there's rubber on it. So we're gonna, it's a 90 degree there. We're gonna weld that completely up. And then we're probably going to put a gusset down there in between the two bolts. So that'll give it some structure. It's crazy, it doesn't seem like much, but that's all that's on the truck as well.
Electric ratchet don't fit in there.
Oh, boo. Well, that's okay, I don't ever use them.
Easy.
Oh.
Wyatt showed me this.
Oh, move.
You ready or what?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh dear.
She loose.
Okay. That wasn't that bad. You made it
No.
sound like it was really
Well,
violent.
mine was in there freaking tight. Mine was like, he literally was like jumping on it almost.
We're all loosey-goosey around here.
Gloves on.
All right, so Tony got all the tubes ground down for Jeff. Got them all smooth on both sides except for that little guy. I didn't have to take him out from mine.
No,
I
that's
don't
the
think we'll have our.
breather. That's the
I know,
breather.
but
No, you should be good.
yeah, we should be able to have our brackets further out than that.
Yeah, you have to have a breather anyways.
Yeah, I know, but we don't have to relocate it. If it's in the
Oh,
way.
yeah, yeah, I get what
Like we
you're
would just put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they loosen up the diff, and yeah, now we're gonna get it out of there, get it out of the way. He wants just bare housing. Oh dear. This is things to come from. You ruined it!
And then broke it. See, they have like a weird like taper.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. Do we use, oh, wow.
Yeah, like so he messes, I'll show you.
That's kind of cool. Oh, it smells so bad.
They reek.
Fucking.
But yeah, so like these are all the shims. Like this one
Yeah,
has
yeah.
huge.
See, and I wasn't sure if that's how it was going to be, where it was based on the housing or if it was based on the diff.
I mean, I'll keep them together, but he's probably not gonna need them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I figure we'll just ask him when we give it to him.
yeah, and I mean, he's gonna have to take that out too, but he can do that. It's
Is
a
that
pain.
pressed in there?
I think so. Yes. You have to like use a pulley tool to take the
Oh, like a grabber.
the
in
back side of it. No, like the front one. They like.
There's a big
it's got this
nut on
weird,
the
like-
other side, right?
Yeah,
Where
but
that-
like it doesn't just come off. You have to like pry it off. There's like this big like weird like crush sleeve thing
Oh,
on it.
okay. We'll leave that for him if we don't have the shit here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, cool. So that's ready to give to Jeff. He's gonna cut these tubes down to the measurements that we took a while back for the distance between the two wheels. And yeah, we'll get that back. The right size and some fancier axles in it and a different diff. Hopefully we can still put that ring gear on the new one. Oh, yeah, on the spool, because I really want to use that speed sensor still to get real speed. That way we just have to put a sensor in the front and then we can do traction control based on the difference between front and rear wheel speed.
That's what I did with mine. They asked me if I wanted mine in there, and I was just like, might as well.
Oh,
Just leave it in
absolutely.
there.
Yeah, we'll just wire it into the Holly.
Yeah,
I
like-
assume it's just a square wave signal that,
It's not hurting
it
anything.
produces, so we'll be able to.
Look at how fine the teeth are on it.
I know, right? That's good, pretty good resolution, right?
Yeah, it's gonna give you some pretty good data.
Yep. Because even the drive shaft speed, even the high resolution
Like a, like,
Motion Raceworks. No, the Motion Raceworks new one that they had, it's got a decent amount.
Ah, shit.
No.
Forgot.
I mean, you probably could YOLO it.
It's not good though.
Probably wouldn't last a long ass time. And that's why we wanted to have Jeff do it again, because we haven't had any problems with the truck one.
Yeah. No, it seems like
Can't go wrong.
Good job on it. Yeah, take them fuckers down.
Zip them. There you go. One UGA. Good. You got dirt on your face? You
Do
still,
I?
have,
Probably.
you still have marks from the
I told you it's
indentions.
No, it's my makeup came off. So
Are you
like
darker
where-
than your makeup?
I don't know. That's what I'm assuming it is.
I don't know. Okay, well, cool. So then the rear end's done. We'll just put that cover back on and toss it in the truck. Or no, I guess we could leave it here.
Dropping it off to him.
I'll ask
ready
him.
now, right?
I'll ask him if we want to drop it off next weekend. All right. So I was all happy because we got this new suspension in, and we're gonna show how fancy it was. But yeah, we ran into a really stupid problem that I didn't think was going to be a problem. I was under the impression, and I guess I'm wrong, that all of these forks were the same diameter, but it does not fit in here, not even close. So we took it off and we tried to fit it on the other one. Where'd that other one go? We measured both. The bottom of this is like 1.62, and the inside of this is, well, actually we didn't measure the inside of this, but we measured the one that was in that fork, and it's like 1.48 inches. So, ain't gonna happen. I don't know what suspension this was. Max and Morgan said that they just took it off of the white Civic hatch that they got, and swapped all of the suspension parts out. So I don't know why it wouldn't fit. I was pretty sure all Civics, like 89 all the way up to 2001, and CRXs even, it should be, EF should be the same as well, I thought. So I don't know.
I thought too.
Clearly we need something else. If you guys know which ones we actually need, or which ones these could be, because I know which one we need.
Well, yeah, and so we measured them with the calipers too, and like those are a lot smaller.
They're
than
small,
those.
yeah. 1.48 compared to 1.62, 1.63.
Yeah.
So we gotta find a different fork so that we can put it on there so we can actually set the suspension down. So I gotta take that back out and we gotta put the stock shit back in until next weekend. So we couldn't even finish that. We're getting a lot of non-completion on some stuff, and it's getting pretty frustrating. But that's kind of how this goes.
Yep. And you already told them about the stud too, right?
Yeah, I told him about the studs. Couldn't finish the motor because we didn't have the right studs. Couldn't finish the suspension because we don't have the right forks. We did finish the transmission, cross member.
Yeah.
Engine mount and everything is on it. But we can't, there's no really point to put that in because we don't have time to do the motor mounts. We're gonna have to start on the motor mounts next weekend. So there's not really a point to, put the motor in and bolt it up. We know that it fits. So I guess we just gotta wait until next weekend to, well, I mean, it fit before, you welded it. It's not like it changed position.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So next weekend, we'll probably start doing motor mount stuff. So we can actually bolt in the training mount and we'll start only having to deal with the front end of things.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get the motor in there and like out of our way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you just sit there with the car.
Unfortunately, we just brought another motor here, so.
That's all right.
Well, yeah, but once that one's done, we can get rid of that.
That's true, yeah. Like once we're done
Big
with
deal.
getting the motor mounts, then we can actually put the real motor in there. Because by then, hopefully, like I'm gonna try to get some head studs in here by next weekend so that we can put that motor together, button it all up, have valve covers on it and everything so that we can do other work with the actual motor in there. I don't think we need the mock-up after we got that stuff. So that'll be a nice feeling of completion at least.
Yeah, we can put the flex plate on, converter on, bolt it all up, and then it shouldn't have to come back apart.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I remember we did that with the truck. We actually did that early on and we didn't have to take anything out for a while.
Nice.
That'll feel very nice. Oh, the other thing that came in was the steering rack. This came in a while ago actually, but we never showed it. So that's the steering rack we're gonna be using. Probably looks familiar, tons of people use them. It's just a Mustang 2 steering. What's up, dude? I'm working here. So, I mean, where it's going to go, we still have a lot of, god damn, this thing's heavy. A lot to work that out. I don't know. Could be a little bit of both. So yeah, but we had to get that because obviously moving the steering rack to the front of the knuckles instead of the rear, we needed the different rotation. So we couldn't use the stock one anymore, even if we wanted to relocate it. So this will work good now. I guess once we get the cross member done that the mounts go to, we're gonna make tabs off of that. Try to space it out off of that, or do we want a whole different cross member just for this?
Yeah, we'll just have to see what we end up doing. Maybe if we do it right, we can tie that right into the same mount as the crossmember for the motor mounts.
I think that would be nice.
So
I think we can probably do that too. Considering where the spacing is going to be. Like I was looking at it when the motor was in. Remember how we originally thought that we were going to maybe be able to do the motor mounts off of these? Mm-hmm. They're a little bit forward of it. So I don't know if it'll be worth it. We may just be able to use the actual place for the motor mounts, which is like a little bit up here.
Yep.
Have a clean space to make a cross member.
Like a little hooper, yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess the other thing we can do is we still need to box all that stuff in and make a cross member underneath. Or were you waiting until we actually put the motor in there so that we see how low we need to go?
Yeah, I wanted to see what we're actually gonna do with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna get boxing in, but yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's about it. Some frustrating weekends, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll start making some bigger progress, I guess, once some of these things start falling into place. I'll try to get some forks because I really want to be able to put this down, and especially once we get the motor mounts in there, because I want to see if the spring rate that we got is right. The weight of springs with the weight of the motor. I want to see if we're going to have to get a stiffer spring or if we're good with this one. So I'm curious to see that.
Yeah. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will probably have a live session tonight, so we will see you guys then.